you know what? It's early. The wrestlers always show up early on the show. If he's ready, he can give me a thumbs up.
They either show up early or they don't show up at all.
There's no in between. They're never late. It's just what I love. But anyway, we're happy to invite the doctor, the security guard, the AIW Intense champion, the one and only, returning to the show. He's got the championship belt with him. Wes Barkley joins us this morning. Hello.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on. You guys said I was early. I've been on since Wednesday at 10:30. I just never left. So I've just been waiting. The servers got taken down. Thanks to all the fans for the overwhelming support that took down the Fightful servers Wednesday. But I'm glad we could rock today. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Oh, pleasure.
Thanks for joining us, Wes.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think I'm the only second-time guest, right? You can say that?
We can say that, sure.
Sure.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
All the credentials.
It's funny because Jeremy and I have different points of reference for you, having seen you in AIW. In Jeremy's case, I've seen you at Greektown Wrestling a bunch. You're still the same Wes, but now our new connective tissue is 2 weeks in a row, Monday Night Raw.
Yes, sir.
Are you the only person to show up twice and have two different jobs appearing backstage?
Wow, we're gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna have to reach out to Guinness World Records. I think you might be onto something. I think so. I mean, dude, like being CPR first aid certified, that came into handy last week, and then this week they're like, we just need some bodies as some beasts that are security, because that was crazy last week. That security, that was one of the craziest things I've ever been a part of. But yeah, 2 weeks in a row, we're trying to keep the streak going. You never know Monday in New York City what's gonna happen. So.
What is the talk when you're doing the security thing? Because as you mentioned, crazy brawl between CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Is it just try your best to get in between them? Don't hurt anybody. Try not to get hurt. Like what's the talk there?
They hate each other. Like for real, they hate each other. I was kind of trying to feel it out the last couple of weeks, like see what's going on. Because it's WrestleMania season, everything's heating up, but I never saw him in the same room, never really seen him in the same place. So then Monday, it was in Buffalo, and it was freezing out. Like, in Cleveland, it was all right, but then as soon as I got to Buffalo, it was like 20 degrees colder, right? And it's like 6:30, 7:30, right in that range, and it's starting to get really cold, and everyone's like, why is it freezing? Oh, they're leaving this door open for when Punk gets here. Punk pulled up like on that TV thing, and they sent us. They're like, follow him. He's doing something. So, yeah, it's like you said. It was just chaos, and they said try to get him if you can. Then all of a sudden I see Seth running from the side. Now we're in the crowd. I'm taking it all in because it was a sold-out show in Buffalo, which was cool. That was my first time out there in front of the fans. But, yeah, it was just chaos. I'm still a little sore from it. I caught a couple elbows. I thought I had a black eye for a day. So it was chaos for sure.
What kind of stuff is being yelled in your general direction as you're trying to hold these guys back?
Jeez. He's over there. Watch out. He's coming this. And then all of a sudden they're jumping on you. Another security guard's trying to help me out, point me that way. And, no one knew what was going on. So it was just chaos. I mean, I couldn't really take in a lot that they were saying because the crowd was crazy. They're chanting, all different chants. I don't know. This is a PG show, so I can't say what they were saying. But yeah, it was chaos. My ears were ringing for like 2 hours after too. So yeah, it was nuts. I was trying to take it all in, but at that point, it's fight or flight.
Wes, no offense to you or anybody else who was part of the security team, but you guys didn't do a great job, honestly. I mean. They got to each other a lot. I
don't really do a lot of the security. I'm not like a security for hire per se in that sense where like, bodyguarding. And I did a little like door guy shifts sometimes, but it really wasn't my thing. My thing's in the ring. You know what I mean? So I'll take that as where I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean? But yeah, we did have the numbers. I don't know how that happened. We got to give it up for Punk and Seth, though. We'll give it up.
Hatred goes a long way.
For real. For real. And you know what? Put that on the producers, too. I mean, get Hurricane in there. He wasn't doing shit,
Yeah, Jason Jordan was there. I thought he was like an Olympic wrestler. Gable was the Olympic one, but I thought he had some background. And I thought, what is happening to these guys? For sure.
I was staying close to him. I thought we were going to do a little tag team action, but no, it was that's not how it worked out. So it was electric, though.
What about the weeks before when you were doing the doctor gimmick?
That one kind of came about last minute. That was because Tozawa got hurt out there with Gunther, and then they're like, "Hey, we need someone that's got the certifications and all that." And that actually happened through a writer. For pulling the curtain back, a writer. We were just talking. He's like, "Hey, we need someone for that," and it kind of came about last minute, and they didn't even know if they were going to use someone or not. And then, it was like at like 9:30. They're like, "Hey, go in this room." I was like, "All right." Because I told him, I was like, "Hey, I'm going to go make a sandwich and catering. I'm kind of hungry. Is that cool?" And he's like, "No, we need doctors ASAP." So they sent me in there, and that was pretty wild too, because that was live. I love live TV. Like, it is nerve-wracking right before. And, it's small time, small spots, but I'm just trying to get more trust and get more repetitions doing that. And I love being in front of the camera, especially when it's live, when anything can happen. And that one, they were just kind of like, "Hey, hang out and help out and, try to check on Tozawa." And I did the best checking on I could do. But, yeah, it was just great experience, great to be around all the talent. WWE's on fire right now, and I'm so grateful to be backstage and to be working with them in any capacity.
Yeah. Any feedback from anybody? Sorry.
From the segments, not really, but I did have a lot of great combos in Cincinnati that week, and then this past week in Buffalo with some of the talent. I'm not going to name everybody, but I will say The Miz was super awesome. It was great to finally meet him. His dad comes to some of our shows, so I got that little connection, and his dad's been telling me, "Hey, if you see him, to say hi to him." And so he did a dark match last week in Cincinnati. So I caught him before he left, and we had a good conversation and, kind of had the Cleveland connection. So I'm really hoping to run into him again soon. And he gave me some good advice just about kind of getting some buzz going. And, his path everyone's path is different. That's kind of what I'm thinking about too. Seeing all the talent there. These are the best wrestlers in the world. You can't deny it. WWE's on fire. And everybody there, whether it's a LA Knight or it's a Punk or it's, Seth Rollins or Tozawa, everybody, Gunther, everybody has a different, unique path that got him there. And kind of hearing The Miz talk to me about that really opened up my eyes to it even more. So it really just was, I got to keep grinding, keep figuring out who I am as a performer and what I offer. And, just stay rolling. That's pretty much what he said. He's like, just keep it rolling and you'll figure something out and just keep it rolling. So it was awesome to meet him.
Have you considered fighting The Miz's dad at this point?
Oh, man. There were times where we were going to go at it, but then he actually helped me out once. We were in a match against the Philly and Marino Experience, and I was holding Philly, and Miz's dad was just George. He was just chopping him. And we got into one of the news articles. It might have been Fightful. It might have been someone else, but they posted, they're like, "Miz's dad gets into local wrestling show." So I'm trying to ride that buzz out still, too. So I think me and George would be a tag team. And with the food reviews, he has a Mr. Hero out here. So I think that's the collaboration of the century. So we're working on it. We're just fine-tuning some stuff.
Oh, how is the food at his Mr. Hero?
Oh, man. Have you been to Mr. Hero?
No.
Oh, okay. Get the Roman burger.
Okay.
There's some exotic stuff they got going on now. If you're driving on the highway, they always have these signs for like a chicken and waffle sandwich burger thing. And it seems pretty amazing. It seems pretty crazy. I think I'm going to dive in and get one. But yeah, it's just good. Like, I don't know. It's unique. I would definitely check it out. I would check out Mr. Hero if you're ever around the Cleveland area like that.
Yeah, I see the commercials all the time here, being from Ohio. And I've never been. Oh, chicken and waffles right up my alley. All
yeah,
right,
me too.
You sold me. You sold me.
Yes, sir. This. That's one of my favorite foods, right behind sushi.
Can you bring me one when you're here next weekend in Toronto for Greektown?
I would try, but I think they might stop it at the border. And I got to be careful with all my, the tariffs and food and all that stuff.
It's the food that got him.
Exactly.
Why wasn't he allowed on the show? He tried to bring
the brass knuckles I brought in. Yeah.
It's never the weapons. It's always the food.
Mm-mm.
Speaking of which, you're appearing at Greektown next week. You're going to be in a very big 6-man tag match. For those who don't know, it's yourself, it's Derek Dillinger, and Sam Holloway, who's WWE ID. Yep. You're going to be taking on the team of Bill Collier, Big Bill, Channing Decker, who's the Greektown champion, and the one and only Ultimo Dragon. Yes, that Ultimo Dragon.
Yeah.
You've been a staple at Greektown for a long time. When this match came about and it was announced and you were, you're in this match with Ultimo Dragon and Channing and all those guys, what was your immediate thought?
I'm so excited. I love Greektown Wrestling. It's so fun there. Awesome crowd, awesome roster. Always put on phenomenal shows. We were talking at the show at the Ted Reeve, so it's a hockey rink. This one's over at that church. Both rowdy crowds. I know the show's going to be packed, probably sold out. So I'm super excited for that. I haven't been up to Greektown, I would say, in about 4 or 5 months. So a lot's changed in the world. A lot's changed in Maserati West's world, but I'm still going to be wearing all my USA gear, all my USA drip. So it's kind of like an international superstar dream team in Big Bill, Channing, and Ultimo versus pretty much Team USA. Me, Derek, and Sam. We're not the biggest fans of those Canadians up there in Greektown, so we're all on the same page about bringing the gold or the win and glory back to U.S. soil. But more so, getting in there with Ultimo Dragon is going to be surreal. Like, I still haven't fully wrapped my head around it. I've been watching a lot of tape, and I'm super excited for that. I'm super excited for a Greektown main event that's only going to be, maybe name this episode at Chaos. But yeah, it's I got my calendar right here, and I'm just axing off the days till the 15th next Saturday. So I'm super excited. I got a show the day before in West Virginia for Pro Wrestling Conquest against Main Event. Gannon Jones Jr. and Duke Davis, a phenomenal tag team. It's crazy. They haven't been picked up yet. So I'm going to be feeling it from that match, but great schedule coming up the rest of March. Had 2 good weeks, with WWE. So I'm just trying to keep that momentum going. And I think an Ultimo Dragon match is going to be right in there. So
you posted a photo, this is a few months ago, is with one Violent J. So my question is, magnets, do you know how they work?
Shit, there's one on my fridge that keeps falling off, so I really don't know how they work. It works, and then all of a sudden I put a picture under it. I'm looking over it right now. It's dangling. No, you know what's crazy? I never got to ask them that either. It's always like, you see someone and you're like, oh, I forgot to ask them. And then you're talking to them and you're like, okay. And then you're like, I forgot to ask them again. So I'm going to just write it down that next time I see him, I got to ask. Because I heard the song, I've Googled it, but I really don't know how they work either. But he's the man. Something about Violent J that I got to put out there is that the old JCW DVDs and VHSs, they used to have at Suncoast Video, right? And that was a store in the mall.
Yeah, hell yeah.
To go to the right. So we used to go to the mall. People are listening to this. They might not know what a mall is, but we used to go to the mall. And I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I used to just beg my parents to get me like those DVDs, whatever, 4, 5, 6. But I told Violent J that I'm super grateful for him and those DVDs because it really opened my eyes up to another side of wrestling, independent wrestling, and getting to see guys like Josh Probish and Matt Cross for the first time. That was huge, being from the area and training with Josh Prohibition now and getting to see like Chris Hero and, Madman Pondo and stuff like that. So I always tell them thank you for that because it really opened my eyes up to independent wrestling and other than just WWF or E at the time because WCW was out of business. So, that was just a little sidebar I wanted to throw in there.
No, that was a good story. And yeah, shout out to Suncoast. Every time I went to the mall, would always go to the Suncoast video.
There was
beg my parents
for sure.
Beg my parents, can I get the latest whatever wrestling VHS or DVD?
Yeah, 100%.
A lot of people aren't going to know what a Suncoast video is, unfortunately.
Classic. I might do a shirt with it, but it looks like such a movie font that like it would be like, what the heck? Why is it a Maserati West shirt? But the real ones will know. Maybe a limited 20 shirt press. We'll see.
There you go.
People will buy it. They absolutely will. I would buy it, and I don't even have a Suncoast because I'm Canadian.
Hey, there it is. Canadian coats.
But, as we start to wind down, there's a photo that I saw that you had reposted from AIW from your WWE appearance. What were you going for here?
Oh yeah, this was look big. Look, I'm next to Broner and Ben Boone. Ben Boone 6'5.5", right? And Broner, Broner's the beast.
Oh, yeah.
So I was just trying to look big. It was also freezing out, like I said, and there were also. So I want to give credit where credit's due. Buffalo might be the rowdiest fans I've ever seen. So shout out to Buffalo. I want to get out there and wrestle ASAP. I've been out there in the past for ESW. I want to get back out there. But when I showed up to the show, there was like 35 people standing outside, I would say, just looking for autographs and stuff. And over the past month, that's the most I've seen in a while. Then on the way out at the end of the night, there were people in the parking garage going nuts. There's, 50 people outside in the freezing cold just saying hi and wanting to get autographs and pictures. And it was awesome to see that. That's how you know it's rowdy. It was a sold out, crazy crowd. But yeah, there was fans ready to get on that bus. So I was just kind of like, all right, this is about to go down. So I was just kind of staying. I was just trying to look big, you know what I mean? And it was cold, so shivering.
Before I let you go,
Yeah.
best piece of catering that they had for your time at WWE backstage.
Let me just throw this up there for the screen grabbers before they say we're off. All right. Best piece of catering, right? Wow. All right. Wow. The crazy thing I saw in Cincinnati and Cleveland was there was a lot of hot dogs, right? I'm not a hot dog. I'm just throwing that out there. They both ran it. So I don't know. That's just a sidebar. You wouldn't expect that. I had in Cincinnati last week, I had some filet steak. That was phenomenal. There were some pieces of cheesecake that had my name on it. I looked away. I looked back. They were gone. I was like, what the? I don't know if it was who took it. I don't know who took it, right? But that looked pretty bomb. And then last week, this has been sticking out the whole week for me, was some lobster ravioli. Whew. Exotic. That's right up Maserati, Surf and Turf Wes's alley right there.
That sounds delicious.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, and it was getting low too. And I was like midway through the line, and you're just seeing, I mean, it's raw. You know who you're seeing. I'm just like, oh, shit, let me get 2 more of these lobster raviolis. And I snuck off to, I got out of there.
All right. Well, before we get you out of here,
I'm all here.
Someone's saying Otis took the last cheesecake. It was.
I almost said that. Hey, but I love Odie. He's the man. He was super cool dude. I always like chopping it up with him. Real cool dude. You know what I mean? Like he's a really cool dude. We shared a little connection. There's a Canadian brand, One Bone, that does the clothes, and Channing Decker is good friends with him. So Decker hooked me up with some clothes, and we're chopping up about that. But Otis is really cool. Superstar, man. He's a superstar. Everyone on Raw is killing it. It's so inspiring being there and getting to pick some guys' brains. You guys didn't ask me my dream matches with CM Punk now after he hit me in the face. So that's going to happen. It's going to happen. But yeah, I don't know. That was a little tangent. Sorry, I got the coffee hitting me now.
It's okay.
That's an easy headline for me right there. So I appreciate it. Yeah.
It's going to play in. It's going to play in
that picture.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the picture I'm going to use too.
You got it. It's going to play into our very last question. It's actually a game that we play on the channel. It's called Partner Promo or Punch in the Face. Ooh. I'm going to give you 3 names of people that you have interacted with over the last couple of weeks. I'm using your Raw interactions. You're going to pick which person you want to tag up with, so partner with in a tag team match, which one you want to promo with, so have a promo on the mic, one-on-one, and which one you want to punch in the face, one-on-one matchup. Are you ready?
Wait, so punch is a match, partners tag with, and promos a promo against each other?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, cool.
You ready for him?
Let's do it.
It's people you know well, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Akira Tozawa. The 3 people you interacted with over those 3 weeks. Partner promo, punch in the face.
Oh, man. All right, I'm going Tozawa with the tag.
Okay.
I'm going promo with Seth Rollins. And punch with Punk, because I want to match with Punk. What I've realized, right, this is pulling the curtain back too. Seth Rollins is, it's not really pulling the curtain back because everyone should see it, but I think Seth Rollins is criminally underrated. I worked with him my first time doing WWE extra work, and that was in November in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and that's kind of where I first saw it, and just didn't realize it, because we're all in the thing with our favorites and whatnot. But Seth Rollins is the guy. Seth Rollins is a bona fide superstar, megastar. And if you don't believe that, think about WrestleMania last year, him in there with The Rock. He is an absolute superstar. I would love to just get that promo battle in the ring with him, because I think that could be some really good stuff. Tozawa and the tag, I think could be a lot of fun. And there could be some legs there for, a couple weeks. Plus, he's my guy. Like you said, we were in the medic office. He's my guy. He doesn't speak good English, so I can be like a translator gimmick. So, hey, there's a foot in the door for the writing team. Shout out the writers. And then Punch. Yeah, Punk. It's a dream match. It was always kind of a dream match, but it wasn't like really verbalized as a dream match. But after the last 2 weeks, definitely a dream match.
I like those answers. I like it when our guests come in with fully formed ideas of how they want to do this.
Wes was taking notes on this stuff too.
Yeah, I wrote it down. I wanted to make sure, because that's an outside the box question. I love it.
Oh, people have called it they're driving to the show game. They play that one in the car.
Hell yeah. I've been riding as a lone wolf, man. When you get more success, you get more haters. It's awesome to see how many people support. That's a good one for you guys. It's awesome. Seriously, like truly. I'm so grateful for everyone that reached out. I appreciate you guys having me on. You know what I mean? This is my first podcast of the year. Got some buzz going, so I really do appreciate you guys having me on for the second time. It's awesome to see, people sharing those pictures or the clips of me, being backstage or whatever. And I really am grateful for the support. But it is funny, because they say when you get success, you get haters. But my haters are a little different. People are reaching out asking about my medical certifications. They're kind of like, hey, who made you a security guard? What the hell? You couldn't. And it's like those kind of haters. It's like, you go to all your favorite Netflix shows and go, is he really a policeman on this Netflix show? You know what I mean? It's like, come on, it's Netflix, baby. Let's go. So I just wanted to throw that in there. That was something I've seen the last 2 weeks.
You're going to get a bus next. That's the next logical explanation for your growth.
Exactly. A bus with my face on it, like the Miz, and then we're gonna race me and the Miz's truck. So you didn't put him on the list, but Miz, me and him, we're gonna have a bus race or something like that on A&E Legends and Future Greats season 3 or some shit. I don't know.
Miz will be the coach. George is gonna have to make a decision here between
he's at least gonna get a cameo. He's gonna at least get a cameo. Might be like at Pawn Stars or some shit. I don't know. It's something.
We need George and Margot, the goat Margot, to return.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, that's ratings 101 right there. I think it's good TV.
Love me some Marjo. She was the best. That's how they should introduce you. If you ever get a WWE contract, your introduction should be, as The Miz is starting to wind down his career, George introduces you as his new son. And you are managed by George Mizanin. Your first feud is The Miz. And it's perfect. It's perfect. You are now Cleveland's favorite son.
That's two. I'm writing that down too. Cleveland's favorite. That'd be good. That's good right there.
I don't know. Here's the thing. There's a man in Cleveland, and Wes knows him well. I don't know if we still have the graphic up, because I can pop it up and you'll immediately know who it is. I feel like we might have taken it down because we had so much space. Okay. Joel, vamp for a second. I'm gonna pull this graphic.
Yeah, let me see.
So Wes knows exactly who this is.
I'm very curious as to who this person could be.
Oh, when we had Guarini on, I showed him.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
This is gonna. Yeah. There it is.
Did I get that?
Yeah, Misney. Yeah, everyone knows who Tim Misney is.
He'll make him pay.
In this state. Yep, he will make you pay. Exactly. I don't even need to pop up the graphic.
Yeah,
Wes
Tim Misney, dude,
Wes just knows
for pro wrestling. That
he really is.
He's been doing vignettes all over the city. You know, and you see the eyes on billboards. It's like Misney's coming. You're like, ooh, who is that? You know, so that dude. But that's the stuff. You know, it's just like crazy. We're in a social media age. Everyone knows it, you know, and if you don't got shows, someone else is going to take your spot just by getting that buzz. So I'm just trying to figure out ways that I can progress my character and my storylines through social media in an entertaining way to fans, and hopefully get some eyes on me from some big promotions. So taking maybe some pages out of Misney's book. Who knows?
Well, all the eyes are on you, Wes Barkley. So go ahead, tell them where they can find you. And we know you got Greektown coming up, but tell them what else is coming up.
All right, so you can find me on Instagram at Maserati West, just like this right here. I'm on Twitter at Wes Barkley. All right, so we're getting ready. We're still ironing out the name, but I think we're going to go with the March Madness Maserati Tour, or the Maserati March Madness Tour. Maserati March Madness Tour? Yeah, I like the sound of that. Maserati March Madness Tour starting on March 15th, or March 14th, actually. Pro Wrestling Conquest, West Virginia. Then the 15th, Greektown Wrestling Superstar Main Event, Ultimo Dragon. See ya, pal. 20th. We're in Freelance Wrestling in Chicago, Illinois. Really looking forward to that. My return to freelance has been a few months. March 22nd, IWC in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Going against Channing Decker again for those tag team belts. Me and Derek Dillinger getting those back finally. Last but not least, certainly not least, we got AIW March 28th back in Lakewood, Ohio, my backyard. May Halls. We got Jay Lethal and the Sandman going to be there. Limited tickets remain for real. They were turning people away. It's a new venue. I love it there. Last time I wrestled there was against Mad Justice in a killer match. Started my year off right, and we've been riding that momentum ever since. So big packed March. There might be some other shows popping up. Keep an eye out. But the Maserati March Madness Tour is taking over. 2025 is here. We got the seeds planted. We got a little garden growing, and we're taking over.
It's been a good start.
Yes, sir.
Wes, thank you for joining us this morning.
Appreciate
This was a long time coming and a lot of fun to do.
I appreciate you guys having me on. I'll see you in Canada, right?
I hope so. I gotta talk to Steve.
All right, and I'll see you in Akron, maybe. What do you think?
I'm hoping to come to the Jay Lethal Sandman show. That's
then I'll see you in Lakewood in 3 weeks. Let's go.
Potential for me. All right, thanks, Wes.
All right, thank you guys. Have a good one.
Take care, sir.